Hello everybody, and once again welcome to Pankaj's Echelon tutorials. And in this today's session we are going to continue with our question answer session. And uh, it was on chapter respiration in plants and animals for Icse 7th grade biology. Okay, and in continuation, let us start from this particular question. Now again, I'll have to do certain things. I'll have to take these questions slightly onto this side. Okay, now this is something I'll have to do. Fine. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So let's get started. So today's first question is, tick the most appropriate answer. The products of respiration are, okay. So is it carbon dioxide and oxygen, oxygen and energy, carbon dioxide, water and energy, carbon dioxide, oxygen and energy. Okay. So respiration के products उन्होंने पूछा है. So what are the products of respiration? So it has to be carbon dioxide, water and energy, nothing else. So this is the right answer. Next question is, glucose is oxidized to produce ethyl alcohol during what? Okay, so ethyl alcohol is also known as ethanol, and in my concept lectures I have already mentioned when ethanol is produced. Okay, so ethanol is produced in plants when there is a anaerobic respiration taking place. So iska answer jo hoga, that will be anaerobic respiration. Okay, so that's the answer for this question. Next question is, in insects like grasshopper, there is a well-developed system of air tubes. Okay, and what are these air tubes called? So the options are trachea, gills, lungs, and alveoli. So the answer is trachea. Okay. Next question is, frogs breathe through, the options are moist skin, lungs, mouth cavity, all of this. So the answer for this has to be frog breathe through all of this. Okay, because when it is on the land, it uses its mouth cavity and the lungs. When it is in the water, it uses its moist skin. So all of this has to be the answer for this particular question. So let us move now to rest of the questions. So again, I'll have to shift this over here. This I'll have to shift it over here. Okay, this again over here. Okay, and this as well. Fine. So next question is, inside the chest cavity, okay, or inside the chest, the trachea divides into two branches called. What are the two branches called? Okay, so in the concept lecture we have discussed this, that the trachea branches into two parts, and these two branches are known as bronchi. Okay, so this is the right answer. Okay, bronchi. Bronchi further, is getting divided into more and more finer tubes, and those tubes are known as bronchioles. Okay, so main trachea divides into two parts, and those two parts are known as bronchi. Okay, next is, in human beings during inhalation, the diaphragm, okay, moves up, moves down, remains in its as it's at its position, moves down, moves up. Okay, so when the human beings, when you inhale, okay, what happens is your lungs is filled with air. Okay, and it pushes your diaphragm down. So जो dome shape में जो diaphragm होता है, it moves down. Okay, and becomes flat. So the answer for this has to be moves down. Okay, so that was the answer for uh, this particular question. Next question is, exhaled air contains. So whatever whatever air we exhale out, okay, what it contains? More carbon dioxide, more oxygen, more nitrogen, more hydrogen. And the answer is obviously more of carbon dioxide, isn't it? Next is, plants have these for the exchange of gases. So for the exchange of gases, what plants have? So spiracles and stomata, no, plants don't have spiracles. Okay, for exchange of gases, spiracles and stomata is not the right answer. Okay, lenticels and spiracles, no, spiracles is not found in plants. Of course, stomata is found in plants, lenticels are found in plants, but spiracles is not found in plants. So these two options are not the right options. The next one is lenticels and stomata. Now lenticels and stomata both are found in plants. So I think this has to be the right answer, lenticels and stomata. Okay, so this is the right answer, right? Lenticels and stomata. Now coming to the next set of question, that is fill in the blanks. Okay, now for fill in the blanks, again I'm going to take this okay, one by one. Yeah, these are fill in the blanks question, and I have to shift this, to the right slightly, because after recording I've seen that this goes out of screen. Okay, from the left hand side margin it gets cut off, right? Okay, so yeah. Oh, fine. Okay, yeah. Okay, so the next question is fill in the blanks, right? Now in fill in the blanks, the first one is the two respiration of respirations are. Okay, what is this question? The two respiration of respirations are dash and dash. Okay, it should be actually the two types of respiration are dash and dash. So it should be two types of respiration. Okay, anyways, the answer should be aerobic and anaerobic. Okay, so let me write the answer as I'll write the answer over here: aerobic and anaerobic. Okay, that's the answer. Now next is muscles of human beings switch to anaerobic dash in the absence of oxygen. So it shifts to anaerobic respiration. So right here, respiration. Okay. So when there is a limited amount of oxygen, or when there is a absence of oxygen, the respiration that takes place is known as anaerobic respiration. So that's the reason the answer for this is anaerobic respiration. Next one is in dash respiration, food is completely oxidized into carbon dioxide, water, and energy. So this is in aerobic respiration. Okay, AEROBIC. The answer for this is aerobic. So in aerobic respiration, food is completely oxidized, 100% oxidized into carbon dioxide, water, and energy. In anaerobic respiration, the food is not completely oxidized. It's only partially oxidized. Okay. Next question is below the lungs, a muscular sheet called dash. Okay, below the lungs is a muscular sheet called diaphragm. So I'll write the answer here: DIAPHRAGM, diaphragm, right? Then bronchi divides into smaller tubes called dash. So the answer is bronchioles. BRONCHIOLES. Spelling are very important. Bronchioles. Okay. Next is in human beings, the exchange of gases takes place in dash. In human beings, the exchange of gases takes place in alveoli. Okay, so the spelling is ALVELOI. Okay, now this is plural. Alveoli is plural. Singular is alveolus. Okay, so alveoli are air sacs. Okay, very close to the lower part of the lungs, through which the exchange of gases actually takes place. Next is state if the following statements are true or false. Correct if the statement is false. Okay, so you have to state whether it is true or false, and you have to correct it if it is false. The first one is the oxidation of food releases energy and water is called breathing. Okay, now breathing is something which is also known as external respiration. Okay, and breathing there's no release of energy because there's no chemical reaction taking place. So this is a false statement. Okay, this is totally a false statement. So the oxidation of food and to release the energy and water is called breathing is a false statement. Energy and water is called, the oxidation of food to release energy and water is called, okay, it's not breathing, it is false. So if you want to correct it, then you can write it that the oxidation of food and release of energy and water is called cellular respiration. Okay, or you can write internal respiration or intracellular respiration. All three are correct. Next is anaerobic respiration takes place in our bones. This is also a false. Okay, anaerobic respiration doesn't take place in the bones. Okay, it takes place in the muscles. So the correct answer is muscles, right? Next is the microscopic uh, air sacs present in the lungs are called bronchi. So air sacs, I told you, are not bronchi. Bronchi are the branching of the trachea. Okay, so the answer for this is false. It is not correct. So the correct answer will be the microscopic air sacs present in the lungs are called alveoli. Alveoli. Okay. I think the spelling is alveoli. Alveoli. Okay. Uh, Let me correct the spelling again. Okay. Alveolar sacs you can call, or alveoli is correct. Alveoli. Alveoli. Here also let me get the correction. Alveoli. Alveoli. Okay. Right. Now the next one is uh, this one. That is okay. Let me move this also. Fine. Okay. So next one is respiration that takes place through the skin is called pulmonary respiration. No, respiration that takes place through skin is not pulmonary respiration. So it is a false statement. And if you want to correct it, then what way you are going to correct is respiration that takes place through the skin is called cutaneous respiration. Okay. So the answer for this is false. And if you want to correct it, then the respiration that takes place through skin is called as cutaneous, cutaneous, cutaneous respiration. Okay. Next is stomata are present on mature roots and woody stems. So this is also a false statement. Okay. Stomata are not present on the woody stem and roots. Okay, but stomata are present on leaves. Okay. Now in photosynthesis, oxygen is released as a byproduct, and this is a true statement because in photosynthesis, actually oxygen is a byproduct. Okay. So with this particular question, the true and false is also over. Now going to the next question, that is match the column. Okay. Now here you can see match the column question. Now fish, human beings, frog, cockroach, and bird is given in the left hand side, and lung, trachea, gills, etc. is given on the right hand side. So you have to just match it. Okay. So fish, I will go with the gills. Okay. So I'll take it this way. Fish will go to gills. Okay. Then human beings should it be lungs? Yeah, human beings should be lungs. Okay. So I'll go to this lungs, right? And frog may respiration, moist skin, mouth cavity, and lungs. Okay. So frog may all three will come. That is skin as well as mouth cavity as well as lungs, because frog being an amphibian, it stays on both land and water. Cockroaches may the respiration takes place through trachea, I suppose, isn't it? Yeah. So cockroach may it will be trachea. And last but not the least, it is birds. The birds may it will go to lungs. Okay, because birds do have lungs. So this is the right matching. Okay. The next question is differentiate between external and internal respiration. Okay, this is the next question. Okay, fine. So here to differentiate between external and internal respiration, so let me write here external respiration, and here I'll write internal respiration. Okay. Now we have to give some points of difference. Okay. So the first point of difference is external respiration is a physical process. Okay, it's a physical process. Physical process. Okay, and this one, internal respiration, is a chemical process. Is a chemical process. Okay, now this external respiration that takes place outside the cell, so it is also known as extracellular. It's an extracellular process. Okay, it doesn't take place inside the cells. This internal respiration takes place inside the cell, so it is known as intercellular process. Okay, it takes place within the cells, it takes place outside the cells. All right, now in external respiration, what happens is energy is not released, but in internal respiration, energy is released. Okay, so these are the 3 points of difference. Okay, and if you want more points, then uh, okay, you can add many more points, but 3 is more than enough, right? 3 is more than enough, right? Now next question is differentiate between photosynthesis and respiration. Okay, so here again I'm going to write the points, like on the left hand side, let me write photosynthesis. Okay, photosynthesis, and here I'll write respiration. Okay, so what is the difference between these two? Photosynthesis and respiration. So the first point is photosynthesis. Okay, in this energy is absorbed, energy is taken in. In respiration, the energy is released. Energy is released. This is the first point of difference. Second point is in photosynthesis, what is happening is carbon dioxide and water, they combine together in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll to give you PHYL. Okay, PH, what is this? 1 second. Chlorophyll. Okay, PHYLL, chlorophyll. This will give you glucose. Okay, that is C6H12O6, and what else will get? Oxygen. Okay, so this is what happens in a photosynthesis process. Okay, carbon dioxide and water are the raw materials, and in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll, glucose is made and oxygen is also produced. In respiration, what happens is this particular glucose combines with oxygen to give you carbon dioxide and water plus energy. Okay, if you want to balance it, it will be 6, 6, and 6 over here, right? This energy is in the form of ATP molecules. In fact, there are 38 ATP molecules formed. Okay, so this is the difference, major difference between photosynthesis and respiration. The third is photosynthesis requires sunlight. Okay, and that is why it takes place only during daytime. So photosynthesis, it takes place only during daytime. Okay, and respiration, no restriction, whole day and night can take place. Whole day and night can take place. Okay, next is, there's one more difference that I can give. Photosynthesis takes place inside the chloroplast. Okay, so the in the leaves, inside the chloroplast, uh, in the leaves inside the chloroplast, this photosynthesis takes place, and respiration takes place inside the mitochondria. Okay, mitochondria in the cells. So this is the place where the photosynthesis takes place and the respiration takes place, right? Okay, so once again, where am I? Oh, oh yeah. Uh, okay. Yeah, okay. So that was the question on differentiate between photosynthesis and respiration. Now coming to the next one, and these are the questions which are definition. What is full form of ATP? What is respiratory tract? Okay, and define cutaneous respiration. Okay, so one by one we'll cover this also. First one is of course, what is define respiration. Okay, so let me define respiration for you. Okay, one second. Yeah. Okay, so the first one is define respiration. So the answer for this is respiration. Respiration okay, one second. Yeah. So here we are. Definition of respiration. Okay. So define respiration. So the answer will be respiration is a process in which the food is oxidized. Okay, food is oxidized to produce carbon dioxide, water, and energy. So this is a simple definition of respiration. It is a process in which the food is oxidized to produce carbon dioxide, water, and energy. Now, what is the full form of ATP? And the answer is full form of ATP is what should be the full form of ATP? It should be adenosine triphosphate. Triphosphate. This is the full form of ATP. What is the respiratory tract? Okay, so what is the respiratory tract is? The answer to this is, now I'll have to make a space for this. Okay, so what is the respiratory tract? So the answer is starting from nostrils, TRILS, nostrils. Okay, starting from nostrils to nasal cavity, trachea and lungs. Okay. Starting from nostrils, nasal cavity, trachea, lungs, and diaphragm was also included. Okay, and diaphragm. DIAPHRAGL. Okay, starting from nostrils, nasal cavity, uh, trachea, lungs, and diaphragm is uh, called the respiratory tract. Respiratory. Okay, fine. Let us do one more question. Define cutaneous respiration. So the answer for this is cutaneous respiration is a term. It is a term used for respiration through skin. Okay, so whenever respiration is taking place through skin, we call that as a cutaneous respiration. Okay, next is what is the function of pleural fluid. Okay, now what is this pleural fluid? Pleural fluid is a fluid present in the double layered pleural membrane. Okay, so this pleural fluid, it prevents the lungs from any physical shock or jerk. Okay, so this pleural fluid which is present between the two layers of the pleural membrane which is surrounding the lungs, its function is to prevent these lungs from any external physical shock or a jerk. And this is the last question, that is, what is the role of the diaphragm in breathing mechanism? So the role of the diaphragm in breathing mechanism is its function is to push the lungs upwards during exhalation and move it downwards during inhalation. Okay, inhalation. Okay, it also separates the chest cavity, the chest and the abdominal cavity. Okay, so that's the role of diaphragm in breathing mechanism. Okay, and I think rest of the questions will be continuing in the next video, because this video has already taken a lot of time. So see you in the next video with the next set of questions. Till then, goodbye, take care all of you, bye.